welcome to South Asia Today, a show that provides you glimpses of South Asia. I'm your host, Shivangi Mishra. Let's begin with the headlines first. Indian PM Modi vision for growth echoes worldwide at vibrant Gujarat Global Summit. Activists worldwide express solidarity with Baloch protesters. And renovated Miyako fish market in Japan's Iwate attract buyers and sellers. Let's begin the show. At the recently concluded Vibrant Gujarat Global Summit 2024 in India's Gandhinagar, leaders, innovators and investors from world over came together to witness a global spectacle. Under the leadership of Prime Minister Narendra Modi, the summit exemplified a commitment to economic growth, resilience and global collaboration. The theme of the summit was Gateway to the Future, which refers to the simple convergence of ideas that will shape the future. Have a look at this groundbreaking event.
The much anticipated Vibrant Gujarat Global Summit 2024 was recently held in India's Gujarat state with an aim to boost business alliances, forming strategic partnership and to promote sustainable development worldwide. Leaders from across the globe participated in the three-day summit, which added to its international flavor. The summit demonstrated a dedication to global cooperation, resilience and economic growth under the leadership of Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi. It was more than just a meeting, it was a congregation ground for ideas that would shape the future. India's Prime Minister Narendra Modi made a strong pitch to woo global investors to the world's fastest growing economy, saying there are new opportunities across sectors and regions for mutual prosperity. People-centric development. While highlighting that India's economy has shown momentum and resilience despite geopolitical troubles around the world, PM Modi invited investors to be a part of its growth journey in the future.
The world looks at India as an important pillar of stability, a friend who can be trusted, a partner who believes in people-centric development, a voice that believes in global good, a voice of the global south, an engine of growth in the global economy, a technology hub for finding solutions, a powerhouse of talented youth, and a democracy that delivers.
The three-day mega event, which was based on the theme of Gateway to the Future, witnessed several path-breaking initiatives and decisions. Leaders discussed strategies to boost global economic growth, enhance financial stability, and promote inclusive recovery. Indian PM Modi's pitch at the Vibrant Gujarat Global Summit comes months before he seeks a third term in national elections, in which the economy is a central issue, and also as global businesses look at India to diversify supply chains beyond China. He also highlighted that world looks at India as a powerhouse for talented youth, a technology hub for finding solutions, and a democracy that delivers, and the country is on its way to becoming the third largest economy in a few years. During the summit, Adani Group Chairman Gautam Adani said that Indian conglomerate Adani Group will invest $24 billion in 5 years in the green energy and renewable energy sectors in the western state of Gujarat.
Over the next 5 years, the Adani Group will invest over rupees 2 lakhs crore in Gujarat, thereby creating over 100,000 direct and indirect jobs
PM Modi, on the sidelines of vibrant Gujarat Global Summit, also held many bilateral engagements with world leaders and investors. The summit provided a unique opportunity for networking, dialogue, and the exploration of potential collaborations between Gujarat and various countries. The plans were announced during the vibrant Gujarat Global Summit, where thousands of chief executives, investors, and diplomats have gathered for the 3-day biennial event.
We discussed about our investment in India, expanding it. We are acquiring industrial lands. We are going to put manufacturing ourselves. We will invest in manufacturing in various areas in India. We are actually going to move some of the high-tech industry somewhere where we have today to India, because India has better facilities.
Indian Prime Minister opened the vibrant Gujarat Global Trade Show and toured the pavilions, including International Pavilion, E-Mobility, Smart Infrastructure and Innovation Decade, with Mozambique President Filipe Jacinto Nyusi and Timor-Leste President Jose Ramos Horta. From dynamic sessions on technology and sustainable development to a bustling exhibition, the event showcased some cutting-edge innovations. The summit served as a melting pot of opportunities for global investors.
The protest against Pakistan's atrocities on Baloch people has reached the White House. Members of the Balochistan diaspora staged protests outside the White House against Pakistan. Moreover, the activists from Baloch, Sindhi and Pashtun community in Canada and Germany also participated in demonstration to express their solidarity with the thousands of protesters who are raising their voices in Pakistan against the extrajudicial killings and enforced disappearances. Our report. Last year on October 29, 20 years old Balaj Mullah Baksh was abducted from his home in Balochistan's Turbat by men in civilian clothes. His family filed a missing complaint with the police but did not hear for nearly a month despite protests on the street. He was eventually presented in a court in Turbat on November 21. Balaj looked weak, as if he was beaten and threatened. 2 days later, the family came to know that Balaj had been killed in custody. His death contributed to the escalation of protests in Balochistan and marches to Islamabad. Led by Baloch activist Dr. Maharang Baloch, thousands of women and activists marched to the capital city, Islamabad. While leading the protest against extrajudicial killings, Maharang is facing both physical and mental torment by Pakistani security forces and establishment. Still, a large number of Baloch families are participating in the sit-in protest for the safe recovery of missing persons in the Islamabad. Now, the protest against Pakistan's atrocities on Baloch people has reached the White House. Recently, members of the Baloch diaspora protested outside the White House against Pakistan. They raised questions about the enforced disappearances of Baloch people in Pakistan. One of the protesters and a former speaker of the Balochistan Assembly, Wahid Baloch, highlighted the atrocities in Balochistan.
आज जो है पाकिस्तान की 75 साल की जो एट्रोसिटीज़ बलूचिस्तान में हो रही है उनके ख़िलाफ़ यहाँ पर आकर हम एहतजाज कर रहे हैं। और हालिया दिनों में पाकिस्तान में बलूच ख़वातीन और उन जिनके ख़ानदानों को जो है अगवा किया गया है, जबरी गुमशुदगियाँ हुई, उनके साथ यकजहती कर रहे हैं जी। तो ये जो है बुनियादी मकसद है यहाँ पर एहतजाज का। कि बलूचिस्तान में पाकिस्तान पिछले 75 सालों से जो है मुसलसल कब्ज़ा किए हुए हैं और जबरन जो है लोगों को उनकी ज़िंदगियों से, उनके इंसानी हकूक़ से, सियासी हकूक़ से, जमहूरी हकूक़ से महरूम किया हुआ है।
Seeking an end to the Baloch genocide in Pakistan, the protesters sought intervention of the Biden government in the matter. A young Baloch, Sami Baloch, said that whatever happened to Baloch people is atrocious and a violation to human rights.
I'm here today because there's a Baloch genocide happening, and it's been happening since partition, and Pakistan annexed Balochistan in 1947, and we're here today because many Baloch people have been murdered and they have been genocided and kidnapped by the Pakistani army and military. And today we're here to stand with Baloch people that are still in Balochistan, that weren't sent here in exile, and we're here to stand with them and to stand with those families because what is happening is atrocious.
The diaspora nations of Baloch, Sindhis and Pashtuns in Canada recently called for a demonstration to express their solidarity with the thousands of Baloch protesters. The joint protest called by the Baloch Human Rights Council of Canada, World Sindhi Council and Pashtun Council Canada condemned in the strongest terms Islamabad's apartheid policies of violence and repression against the oppressed people. The Baloch National Movement Germany chapter also staged protests in solidarity with missing persons.
Pakistani atrocity, despite of addressing their genuine grievances, they have been using force to crush this movement. And today we are here to express our solidarity with them. And our purpose is here to tell the world that there is a systematic genocide going on in Balochistan committed by the Pakistani security forces. But the entire world is unknown to this grave humanitarian crisis in Balochistan, and it is our responsibility to tell the world, and it is the responsibility of the civilized world to take initiative to stop this humanitarian crisis in Balochistan.
Thousands of Baloch people have been abducted in Pakistan. This includes women and innocent children. A number of Baloch activists have accused China in the past for increased violence in the region. They say Pakistan army is just paving way for the China-Pakistan economic corridor, which the Baloch have opposed vehemently. Pakistan has taken billions of dollars in loans from Beijing and is obliged to do what the latter demands. Baloch say a region where poverty is already widespread due to state policies cannot even expect its future when both China and Pakistan will plunder it together. Now we take a look at some happenings in Asia in a segment called Asia Watch.
German farmers started a week of nationwide protests in response to plans to phase out agricultural subsidies as the coalition government scrambles to fix its finances. Images showed convoys of tractors and trucks, some adorned with protest banners, on German roads in sub-zero pre-dawn temperatures. Police reports said that roads and highway ramps were blocked in multiple locations, causing traffic jams during the morning rush hour. A backlash from farmers last week prompted Chancellor Olaf Scholz's coalition racing to finalize a 2024 budget draft that was delayed by a court ruling to make unexpected changes, including modifying plans to cut subsidies for agriculture. Rather than abruptly ending the farmers' tax break on agricultural diesel, the subsidy will be reduced by 40% this year, by 30% in 2025, and will end from 2026. The government also dropped plans to abolish the preferential treatment in vehicle tax for forestry and agriculture. Colorful kites of different shapes and sizes dotted the skyline of India's western Ahmedabad city as over 150 participants battled to outdo each other at the week-long International Kite Festival. Participants from more than 70 countries like Tunisia, Ukraine, Denmark, France and England, among others, took part in the festival. Spectators were left spellbound by kites in shapes of a horse, monsters and cartoon characters. Kite-bearing pictures of Hindu Lord Ram temple in Ayodhya town also grabbed eyeballs at the event. The festival comes ahead of Hindu harvest festival of Makar Sankranti. People fly kites in the run-up to the festival, celebrated every year on January 14. Makar Sankranti also heralds the coming of spring. A Nepali man who thousands believed was the reincarnation of the Buddha and who drew international attention as a teenager has been arrested over allegations of rape and sexual abuse. The Central Investigation Bureau of Nepal Police said they arrested 33-year-old Ram Bahadur Bomjon on Tuesday from a house on the outskirts of Kathmandu where he had been hiding. They also confiscated 30.3 million Nepali rupees and 3.092 million foreign currencies from Buddha Boy's residence in Kathmandu. As a teenager, Bomjon became known as Buddha Boy, and he made international headlines in 2005 after followers said he could meditate motionless without any water, food or sleep for several days. He drew more than 100,000 people to the dense forests of southeastern Nepal to see him sitting cross-legged beneath a tree.
Moving on. A buyer tour for seafood to the Fukushima and Sanriku areas was arranged by the Japan External Trade Organization. Here at the meeting point of warm and cold current lies an abundance of fisheries resources. Also in March 2011, the tsunami struck the coastal region of Iwate in Japan. There is a large tide embankment that was constructed to prevent tsunami damage. Recently, a newly renovated market gets ready for digital gear. Have a look.
The Japan External Trade Organization organized overseas buyers tour for seafood to Fukushima and Sanriku. The speciality of seafood found in this region is unique as warm and cold currents in the sea converge. Buyers from the USA, Canada and Singapore took part in the event.
三陸地方というのはですね、寒流と暖流がちょうどミートする場所で非常に魚種もたくさんありますし、そして山から来るミネラル分が海に流れ込んで、養殖も非常に盛んでございます。海外からバイヤーの方をお呼びして漁場を見てもらい、市場も見てもらって、魚を味わって、ぜひ、ご自分の国に持ち帰っていただくというふうなことで今回企画をいたしました。
Oma tuna fish is the speciality of Aomori area. It is famous the world over.
This is now too fresh to evaluate it because it's very, very fresh. It goes to some to Japanese restaurants, some to high-end French, Italian restaurants. Yes.
Maintaining cold chain is crucial to maintain freshness of seafood. The foreign buyers also experience the large 45-degree freezer used to store fish. A nuclear power plant accident and an earthquake struck Fukushima in 2011. However, seaweed aquaculture is well established in its creek. The season for harvesting seaweed has advanced from spring to early winter due to global warming, and fresh nori seaweeds are found in calm environments.
この海苔もね、出荷できるようになったのが2018年からということで、やっぱ7年も続いたんですね。いや、本当皆さんご苦労されてきたんだろうなっていう、事業者さんの思いも含めて皆さんに説明して購入していただけるような流れを作っていければなとは思ってます。
Maruri Foods, a seaweed company, introduced their products to foreign buyers.
どのような食べ方だとかレシピっていう部分をイメージさせないと一番分かりにくいんだろうなと思いまして、海外でも使えるようなパスタですとかピザですとかいろんなカルパッチョとかイメージが湧きやすいような提案をしようと思っていますね。海外にどんどん展開していきたいなっていうのは気持ちはございます。
Sellers are inspired to think creatively and to develop globally appropriate marine products by the advice of overseas buyers. This enthusiasm is the symbol of recovery in Fukushima Prefecture. In March 2011, the tsunami struck the coastal region of Iwate in Japan. There's a large tide embankment that was constructed to prevent tsunami damage. Miyako Fish Market was badly damaged after the tsunami. Now, a newly renovated market gets ready for digital gear. Sellers use tablets to collect and share the amount of fish and other seafood items.
食品分野ですから、オンラインで話はできてもですね、現場を見て実際に味わうというふうなことがなかなかこの3年間できなかったので、実体験を持って商品をよく見てもらって、そして契約に結びつけてもらうというふうなことができればいいなというふうに思っています。
Foreign buyers visited the marine product company and were introduced to its facility. Tastes of Iwate oysters, scallops, abalone and octopus were offered. The port of Ishinomaki was damaged by tsunami in March 2011. Now it is the 5th largest collection center of fish in Japan. The length of the harbour is 875 meters. It is a Guinness World Record where various fishes and Sanriku marine products are landed throughout the year. Kinka brand mackerels, which is used in making sushi, has become a world brand.
特にそのホタテの部分に関しては大きいサイズも含めて買いたいものがたくさんありますので、商談会とかでもメールのやり取りも含めて今進めている段階です。水温の変化で取れる業種も変わってきているというところがありますので、まだ知られてないような情報とかを収集をしてさらに輸出の幅を広げていけたらいいかなと思ってます。
寿司スライスネタですね。アメリカも人手不足の件もあってバックヤードでできたことができないという中でコストとしてはちょっと上がっても製品として入れることによってバランスを取り新商品に手を出していくと加工技術が高いと思いますのでこれから求められていくんじゃないかなと思います。
Japanese vendors want to meet global buyers for their goods and services. It is the ideal chance for mutual learning and the creation of a game-changing new product.
The dipping temperatures in the Kashmir Valley are prompting residents to look for warm clothing and bedding accessories. As Fairan becomes the most sought after winter wear, the Kashmiri electric blankets are becoming the first choice among the residents when it comes to warmth and comfort during sleep. The demand of Kashmiri electric blankets is rising across the Union Territory and beyond. The business of electric blankets is booming in Kashmir Valley, thereby creating more job opportunities for the youth. We have a report.
As cold winter months blanket the Kashmir Valley in white snow, the dip in mercury has prompted the residents to buy warm bedding accessories. The electric blankets are becoming largely popular among the residents as they find it affordable and a good utility during the sub-zero temperatures. To cater to the rising demands of electric blankets, several manufacturing units have doubled their production in recent months.
मैं डाउनटाउन में रहता हूँ। हम यहाँ रंगरेट में ये इलेक्ट्रिक ब्लैंकेट्स बनाते हैं। तकरीबन हम 10, 12, 14 सालों से बनाते हैं। हमारा अल्लाह का शुक्र है, काम बहुत अच्छी है। इसमें रोज़ बरोज़ इसके ये डिमांड बढ़ रही है और हम इसमें डबल भी बनाते हैं, सिंगल भी बनाते हैं, हमाम भी बनाते हैं।
The rising demand of electric blankets has brought cheers to the workers of manufacturing units as their earnings have increased. The employees in one of the manufacturing units find it a gender-equal workplace and a good opportunity to earn money.
इधर सारा काम चल रहा है। इधर कोई भी काम चल रहा है इधर, अच्छा काम चल रहा है इधर, रोजगार भी अच्छा मिल रहा है, चाहे लड़की होता है चाहे लड़का होता है, इधर काम करने अच्छा मिल रहा है काम, रोजगार भी अच्छा मिल रहा है इधर, हर किसी को गरीबी भी दूर भी होता है। हाँ।
तो आप कितने टाइम से यहाँ?
मेरे को 10 साल हो गए इधर काम करने। 10 साल।
लड़की के लिए कितना अच्छा है?
अच्छा है, सारी लड़की है इधर भी, चाहे लड़कों भी काम करा चाहे लड़की भी काम करा, अच्छा है। हाँ, हर किसी को रोजगार अच्छा मिल रहा है।
The market of electric blankets have risen ever since the businesses have started selling blankets that are handmade and manufactured in the country itself. The Kashmiri electric blankets have become the top choice for customers as they believe the imported blankets lacked quality and weighed heavy on their pocket. In recent years, many small industries have boomed in Kashmir. Be it Kashmiri Firan that has become a style statement during winters or the indigenously produced electric blankets. With the ease of doing business in the country, Kashmiri products are reaching far corners of India and beyond. The booming market is also giving lots of job opportunities to the youngsters who are keen on riding the wave of development in the Union Territory.
It's time for me to wrap up today's episode. We'll be back next week at the same time. This is Shivangi Mishra signing off on behalf of the entire production team of South Asia Today. Goodbye and take care.